भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः। माइक ऑन राइट? माइक ठीक है? माइक ठीक है? नॉट ठीक? इज इट ऑल राइट? ठीक और ना ठीक में बहुत ही पर एक कम फर्क। So, we are doing the topic. So, the context is this. I mean, we have to just get the connection. Because एक हफ्ता में connection तो चले जाती है. 1 week is a long time. You see? Therefore, the Purva Pakshi, the Mimamsaka says, Mimamsaka is the one who believes that, well, even Vedanta is a part of Karma Kanda. Vedanta also is a kind of a action, Manasam Karma, Manasa Kriya. So, and to perform any action, you require the know-how of an action. That know-how of an action is called Karma Jnanam. The Karma Jnanam leads to Karma Anushtanam. Karma Jnanam itself does not give the result. Karma Anushtanam gives the result. Similarly here, Brahma Jnanam does not give phalam, but Brahma Anushtanam, otherwise called Brahma Upasana, which is a Purusha Tantra Vyapara, a kind of a meditation in the mind, worship, a mental worship of Brahman, will bring about a result called moksha. The Karma Kanda, the rituals of Karma Kanda bring about certain temporary results like Pitraloka, etc., some Vishaya Sukham, whereas Brahma Upasana liberates the Jiva, it brings about moksha. It brings about. So, like an action, actions have results, and those results have kind of gradation, more and more, better result. This is called gradation, taratamyam. So, the highest result is created by the Brahma Upasana. Brahma Upasana brings about the highest result for man. And that highest result is called moksha. Therefore, Brahma Jnanam by itself does not liberate, but Brahma Jnanam has to be followed by Brahma Upasana and wait for the result, and that result, when it comes, it will be in the form of moksha, this kind of a thing. The believers, all believers think like that. Because these believers, I tell you, Disbelievers, dangerous. Disbelievers. एक मिनट के लिए बात करके देखो, they have fundamentalism. No logic, no reasoning, nothing. Believers. Now, in answer to this, the Siddhanti says, my dear sir, it is true that karma produces the results, the temporary, and why do the results of karma, why are the results of karma temporary? Because they are results. Anything that is a result has to be temporary. If moksha also is a result, you may call it as the highest result. I mean, the result of Brahma Upasana, but once you say it is the result, then definitely that means the moksha that is not there now with me is brought about. Then definitely by dint of being the result, even moksha has to be temporary. Has to be temporary. No. That result is eternal. These results are temporary. You can't say. As a result, any result has to be temporary. So the Siddhanti says, all karmas come under dharma and adharma. And the results are always in the form of indriya sukham and dukkham. Even though it is always taratamya in the dukkha nivritti, sukham is not at all created, that's a different topic. That topic can be taken up only during the mimamsa of the swarupam. But here, even if we use the words like sukha, dukkha, it doesn't matter. So there is a dukkha taratamya in this world, gradation in dukkha and gradation in sukha. And adharma brings about dukkha which has gradation, and dharma brings about indriya sukham which has gradation, and therefore it is going to be temporary. And from brahmadis thavaranteshu you can see the taratamyam. And those who have performed only karma and they go to Pitriloka, whereas those who have done karma along with some upasana would go to a higher realm like Swargadi Lokas. In this manner there is a taratamyam. Up to this we have seen. Now, tatha manusyadishu narakasthavaranteshu sukhalavaha chodana lakshana dharma sadhyayeveti gamyate taratamyena vartamanaha. Even those people who are lay people, they may not have performed the Vedic rituals. They may not have performed the Vedic upasanas. But they might have done some good deeds. Even a layman does some good and bad deeds. Tatha manusyadishu, right from the lay human beings. Naraka sthavaranteshu, right up to Naraka and the plant kingdom. The lower and lower realms. From human embodiment down. See the lower realms. Naraka sthavaranteshu. Sukha lavaha. They also have some sukha. They do experience some sukha lavaha. Lavaha means an iota. Thoda bahut to milta. That sukha lavaha. Sukha lavaha. So what do the human beings get? They get sukha lavaha. Sukha lavaha means thoda. Sukha lavaha. And that sukha lavaha is the result of what? Chodana lakshana dharma sadhya. It is the result of some good deed. chodana lakshana dharma sadhya. It is some good deed. It is the result of some good deed. Eva, alone, iti gamyate can be understood. Taradamyena vartamanaha. And this sukha lavaha also has its gradation. There is so much of gradation even within that lava. Understand? Within that lava, within that sukha lava, there is so much of gradation. And just as there is gradation in indriya sukham, sense pleasure, there is gradation in sense pleasure in this creation, there is gradation in pain also. In comfort there is gradation. In sense pleasure there is gradation. And in pain also there is gradation. That is also given here. Tatham urdhvagateshu adhogateshu cha dehavatsu dukkha taratamyam darshanat tadhetuho adharmasya pratisheta chodana lakshanasya tadanushthayinam cha taratamyam gamyate. Because wherever there is a jiva, he has a sukham alone, he has sukham, he also has dukkham. Every jiva has some sukham, some dukkham. Some sukham, some dukkham. In some cases more dukkham, less sukham, or in more sukham, less dukkham. Every jiva. But one can't have only sukham. Tatha urdhvagateshu. Urdhvagateshu, those who go to the higher realms. Adhogateshu cha, and in the lower realms. Dehavatsu, in all the jivas. Dehavat, dehavan. Dehavalo me means in the embodied souls. In all the embodied individuals, dehavatsu, dukkha taratamya darshana. There is perception, there is, it is observed, it is available for observation. Dukkha taratamya darshanat. Because there is dukkham, there is a graded dukkham perceptible. Dukkha taratamya darshanat. It is darshan hai. It is available for observation. We do see in this world, why think of heaven and hell? In this world itself, in every case, there is dukkha taratamyam and sukha taratamyam, and extended to the whole creation. Because what is here alone is there all over the creation. In fact, you don't have to observe the world. Observe in yourself. Good enough. In yourself, in your own life, there is sukha taratamyam and dukkha taratamyam. And what is happening in my life, that alone is happening in the life of every jiva. Why? Because jivatva abhiseshat. जीवत्व में कोई विशेष नहीं. जीवत्व में कोई विशेष नहीं. Because jiva, whether he is a higher jiva or he is a lower jiva, let's say he is as an individual, he is subject to pleasure and pain. Any individual in the creation is subject to pleasure and pain. And pleasure has its ups and downs. And pain also has its ups and downs. That is exactly what is most available for observation in this world. I mean, if that is also not available, you can't say that is also a matter of belief. It is available for observation. Dukkha taratamyam, sukha taratamyam is there in the case of all individuals, higher or lower. Dukkha taratamya darshanat. Now, just as there is sukha taratamyam, there is dharma taratamyam. Therefore, there is adhikari taratamyam. take into account three things. There is Sukha Phala Taratamyam, and therefore Dharma Taratamyam, therefore Adhikari Taratamyam. There is a gradation in the quality of the individuals. In the same manner, there is a gradation in Dukkha, therefore there is gradation in Adharma, Papa, and therefore there is a gradation in Adhikari. Because you have to be an Adhikari even to do Papa. Everybody can't commit sin, please. You have to work hard and qualify for it. Everybody can't commit sin. That is why, when you say, when you want somebody to change, it is not possible. You ask a good man to change and make little money, it's not possible because it's not Adhikari. Therefore you have to appreciate it. Let him be as he is. If he is a man who doesn't take pride, and then if the Memsahib goes on saying, no, you have to change and you have to do this and that, that's wrong. Why? Or some friends may encourage him, do this, do that. A good man, it's not easy for him to suddenly become mad. A non-violent man cannot suddenly become violent. It takes time because he has to qualify himself. He has to qualify. He has to put himself in association with the violent, and then he has to do a lot of work, tapasya. A good man has to do a lot of tapasya in order to become violent, to do papa karma. Is not easy. Similarly, a person who is doing papa karma overnight is not easy. Very difficult. Adhikari bhed hota. Anyway, dukkha taratamya dakshanatu tad hetoho. The reason, the means for the dukkha is, tad hetoho means what? The means for it, tat karana. Tad hetoho means tat karanasya. So, the immediate cause for the dukkham is the papa done before. Some wrong action. That's why it doesn't come. Dukkam doesn't come. Some papa has been done. Tad hetoho adharmasya. And what is adharma? Pratishedha chodana lakshanasya, which is always mentioned in the Veda to be forbidden, to be prohibited, to be avoided. Chodana lakshanasya. Tad anushthayinam. And the performers of those wrong deeds. Cha taratamyam, their gradation, gamyate, is available for understanding. Thus there is sukha taratamyam, dharma taratamyam, adhikari taratamyam. Dukkha taratamyam, adharma taratamyam, adhikari taratamyam. This is the creation. Wherever one goes, this is there. Taratamya, dukkham cannot come as an accident, nor sukham can come as an accident, please. This must be appreciated. Otherwise, it's difficult to live in this world. Otherwise, you can't. Acceptance means what? Behind the acceptance happens in the light of a certain perception. I have to have the basis to accept. If I don't have the basis to accept something, and if you simply say just accept, I can't accept. For acceptance, the basis is the appreciation that the sukham doesn't come on its own, dukkham doesn't come on its own. Because there are certain dukkhas which I don't work for, I haven't done anything, I haven't worked for dukkham in this life. And certain sukhas also come, certain sukham comes for which I haven't worked. I find myself with. Even the very birth into a comfortable family, you understand that is I haven't worked for that kind of birth in this life. I haven't worked for that kind of parents in this life. I haven't worked for it. I find myself with it. That is called karma phala. I find myself with it. Thus, once we say there is a past to this life, and in that past I used my choice to perform right and wrong actions, and those right and wrong actions are producing the results. So, I am only enjoying the results of my own choice. Even though it is karma phalam, but the karma was performed by my choice. By my choice. Because I had a choice not to. There is any wrong action, I have a choice not to do. And if I don't exercise that choice to avoid a wrong action, then I would say it is done by my choice. Therefore, every result is the result of choice. Prarabdham also is the result of choice. Because even though it is the immediate cause is the karma, but behind the karma is the choice. And therefore, in the present also one should go only by choice. I have to use my choice and do the right actions, avoid the wrong actions, and then whatever results come and for which I haven't worked, I have to accept them because they are my own, they are authored by me. They are my own creation. If it is my own creation, then I better accept. That is the basis for acceptance. No other basis can make me accept. What is authored by me, I can accept. If I slip and fall down, I accept it. If you push me to fall down, then I can't accept it. I'll take you to court. What about that? If I slip due to my own, carelessness, I just slip and fall down, I come to accept it. What can I do? Nobody is to blame. I have to blame myself. Are you able to follow? Therefore, even for acceptance, there has to be a basis, and that is law of karma. Law, without understanding the law of karma, we can't accept the events in life, the good as well as the bad. I can't accept. Even sometimes suddenly you get a lot of sukham, you don't have to feel guilty about it. Supposing you get a lot of sukham, you don't have to feel guilty about it. I have caused it. It is authored by me. So I have a right to enjoy it. I have a right to enjoy it. It is authored by me. Then, all right, if that is not accepted, then you give us some other alternative explanation. Purva Janmas, without accepting the Purva Janmas, this is all not accepted. You can't explain away life, please. Jagrat cannot be explained away without Sushuddhi. The present life cannot be explained away without the past. How can we explain the present without explaining the past? Without there being the past? Thus, here says, well, sir, tad anushthayinam cha taratamyam gamyate. Okay, now see how Bhashikara is slowly cornering him. He can. There is Sukha Taratamyam, Dharma Taratamyam, and Adhikari Taratamyam, and the same with Dukkham, Adharma Taratamyam, Adhikari Taratamyam. Evam Avidyadi Doshavatam Dharma Dharma Taratamya Nimittam Sharira Upadana Purvakam Sukha Dukkha Taratamyam Anityam Sansara Rupam Shruti Smriti Nyaya Prasiddham. Very beautiful. This evam, in this manner, avidyadi doshavatam. All these individuals who do good and bad deeds as individuals, embodied individuals, They are all under the spell of avidyadi dosha. There is self-ignorance and there is self-error. I am Deha is nothing but self-error, and that itself implies self-non-understanding. And Kama, as embodied, he feels incomplete, and therefore he wants to get rid of incompleteness, and that is the origin for the desire. I cannot accept incompleteness because there is no basis for accepting incompleteness. Accepting events is different from accepting incompleteness. Therefore, there is always a desire to get rid of it, and then I try to enjoy the pleasures. And through the pleasures I want to get over the incompleteness. Therefore, there is a desire, choiceless desire, that is called Kama, Avidya. Adi means etc. means Avidya, Kama and Karma. There is self-ignorance, self-error, self-incompleteness felt, and to get rid of it is the struggle, and that struggle is in the form of desire for objects and followed by action. Avidya, Kama, Karma Vihi. Well, these are all there. These jivas are, what are they? Avidyadi dosha vatam. Avidyadi dosha valunka. Avidyadi dosha vatam jivanam. Dharma dharma taratamya nimittam. Born of the graded good deeds and graded bad deeds. Different good deeds, different bad deeds. Dharma dharma taratamya nimittam. Sharira upadana purvakam. And Sharira upadana purvakam meaning by way of taking embodiment. I perform the karma in the state of embodiment, and I enjoy the results also in the state of embodiment. Sharira upadana purvakam, by way of taking embodiment in a situation which is suited to enjoy my past karma. Sharira upadana purvakam. Upadana means grahanam. Sharira grahana purvakam. Sukha dukkha taratamyam. The graded sukham and dukkham. Anityam, which is all anityam. Every sukham is anityam, every dukkham is anityam. Every bit of sukham is anityam. Every bit of sukham means, understand, I am dealing with it as both two things, sukham and dukkham, but otherwise in the last class we saw sukham is never anityam, sukham is always, it is nityam. When we say sukham is anityam, it means the dukkha laya is anityam. What has laya, it again becomes manifest. In that sense, dukkham alone is anityam. Its creation is anityam, its resolution also is anityam. In that manner, so the temporary sukham and dukkham, anityam sukham and dukkham, which is called sansara rupam, which is in the form of the struggle, shruti smriti nyaya prasiddham, and it is evident, it is mentioned in the shruti, it is mentioned in the smriti, and it is also nyaya prasiddham. It is available for even anubhava and logic. Because once we bring in nyaya, we have to bring in anubhava. Because without anubhava there is no nyaya. Anubhava based is nyaya. We do observe the sukha dukkha, and it is logical also, because without the gradation in dharma, there cannot be gradation in sukha. Without the gradation in the adharma, there can't be any gradation in the dharma. Without gradation in adharma, there can't be any gradation in dukkha. Without gradation in dharma, there can't be gradation in sukha. And without gradation in adhikaritvam also, there would be no graded dharma and adharma. We have to begin the Taratamyam right from the individuals. There is a Taratamyam in the quality of the individuals. Okay, Nyaya Prasiddham. Now, all right, what do you want to prove by this? The Siddhanti wants to convey that moksha is not the result of either dharma or adharma. It's not the result of an action. It's not something that is brought about in time through an action. Understand? So if it is not born of an action, then definitely then it is either impossible or it should be already there. Then it becomes already there. Then it amounts to saying that moksha is already there. If it is already there, then it is a matter for recognition. It is not a matter for creation. That he has to convey, so that Vedanta becomes unconnected to karma kanda. That he has to accomplish in these few lines. Now see, tatha cha shrubihi naha vai sasharirasya sataha priya priyayoho apahatirasti iti yatha varnitam sansara rupam anuvadati. The Shruti says, tatha cha Shruti naha vai sasharirasya. Sasharirasya means the one who takes himself to be the body. It is called sasharira. There is no other way. There is no other way by which Atma can become sasharira except through avidya. It's not like sadhanam and nirthanam. When you have money, you are sadhanaha. And when you leave the money, you are called nirthanaha. But they are two opposites, dvandvas. Sadhanatvam and nirthanatvam are two opposites. One replaces the other. But Atma is not now sashariraha, now ashariraha, now sashariraha, now ashariraha. In fact, it is eva ashariraha. The unlimited is eva ashariraha. And then if it looks sashariraha, it is not one of the dvandvas. It is sashariraha. Means it cannot become sashariraha except through the avidya, except through the ignorance about Swan Swarupam, and therefore that sashariraha means the one who takes himself to be the form, not the one who has body. There is no such a situation called having the body and not having the body. There is only perception that I am the body and non-perception that I am the body. Not having the body and not having the body. A person who is alive with the idea that I am the body. And when he dies also, he dies with the idea that I am the body. And even though when he becomes free from the body, he is not that he has left the body, he is the Swarupam. He has not come out of the perception that I am not the body. Ashariratvam is Swarupa. Sashariratvam is distortion. There is Swarupa distortion relation. Not having body and not having. They are not two events. Having body and leaving body, having body and leaving body, having body and leaving body are not two events. This having body is a wrong expression in Vedanta. Sashariraha means not having the body. Sashariraha means the one who views that is the body. Viewing that I am the body is called Sashariraha. I am emphasizing it because yahi par sari problems hai. Because we pick up all the, as long as a person says, arthritis to hona hai, और पेट में दर्द भी होना है, प्रॉब्लम्स भी होना है. One Mataji is talking to another Mataji. प्रॉब्लम्स तो होना है. जब तक शरीर है तब तक प्रॉब्लम्स है. जब तक शरीर है नहीं, जब तक शरीरोहमिति बुद्धि है, तब तो that is the right thing. So जब तक शरीर है तब तक दर्द है. If you think, then you wait for the death. Is it not? Then you look forward to leaving the body. Are you able to follow? You have to follow. There is something being conveyed. If I look upon, if I attribute all the dearth to having body, then I will wait for leaving it. There is no effort for any other thing. If I say the entire sansara is due to viewing that I am the body, then you will go for knowledge. You will go for vidya. You will go for vidya. Therefore, sashariraha in the eyes of the Shruti, what does it mean? Sashariraha means the one who thinks that he is Sharira, means avidyavataha. Sasharirasya means avidyavataha. Naha vai sasharirasya sataha. The one who is embodied, the one who views himself to be the Sharira for him, that sun sataha. I saw do I uska. That is also Shashti Ekavachan. Sasharirasya sataha. For him, for an embodied soul, Priya Priya Yoho. Priya means Sukham. Apriya means Dukkha. Priya Priya Yoho means ye dono ka. Sukha Dukkha Yoho. Apahatihi nasti. There is no negation. Sukha Dukkha are never negated. Sukha Dukkha are always there for the person who is embodied. Sukha Dukkha Yoho apahatihi nasti. There is no, apahatihi means negation. There is no negation of Priya and Apriya. There is no negation of Sukha and Dukkha. For the Sasharira, when we make this statement, when the Shruti makes this statement, what does it mean? As long as one is within the view that I am a Sharira, so long he is not free from Sukha Dukkha, the Sansara. Okay, this is a Pramana Vakya. It's not Anuvada. If we say as long as the body is there, so long darda hai, what is it? जब तक शरीर है तब तक दर्द है. What is it? It becomes anuvada. Everybody knows it anyway. Who doesn't know it? Shruti doesn't have to know. We all tell one another anyway. जब तक शरीर है, when you are in pain, then I say, जब तक शरीर है ये तो होना है. When I am in pain, then you reciprocate. हाँ जी, जब तक दर्द शरीर है तब तक तो पेन है. This is all what is called parasparam bhavayatah. Say param avapsyatah. They reach your ultimate goal by helping one another, doing anuvada of one another. This is not a big thing. Shruti doesn't have to come and tell me. that as long as the body is there, so long there is dearth, is not an unfoldment. It is a restatement. Whereas there is an explanation, dearth you can't avoid as long as there is the view. There is the view that I am the Sharira, so long you cannot be free from Priya and Apriya. That particular vakya is a pramana bhutam. It is a pratipadanam. Putting the pleasure and pain in the proper context. Pleasure and pain are put in the proper context. They are in the context of the view that I am the Deha. They are not just in the context of having the body. There is no such a context called having the body. Having the body is an imagined context. I am having the body is an imagined context. When I say I am having the body, it is not like having money and then leaving money. I am having the body means it is a universal view. The unlimited is seen as the limited is a view. And within the view that I am the Deha, there is no freedom from Sukha and Dukkha. That Vakya as not Anuvada Bhutam would become what? Pramana Bhutam. It is Pratipadanam. It is a Pratipadaka Vakya place. Otherwise it becomes. Therefore, naha vai sasharirasya sataha priya priyoho apahatirastiti yatha varnitam sansara rupam, what man experiences, anuvadati, it restates. It is not restating man's view of the context of samsara. Shruti is restating the availability of the Sukha Dukkha. Shruti is restating the felt Sukham and Dukkham. Shruti is not restating the man's view of the context of Sukha Dukkha. Man's view of the context of Sukha Dukkha is having the body. Shruti's view of the context of Sukha Dukkha is avidya. Therefore, in the eyes of the Shruti, what is Sashariratvam? Sashariratvam is indeed Ekohamiti Buddhi is Sashariratvam. Iti, that is one word, that is one vakya. Next vakya you please see. Ashariram va vasantam na priya priye sprishataha iti priya priya sparshanam pratishedhat chodana lakshanam dharma karyatvam mokshakhyasya asharirattvasya pratishidhyate iti gamyate. Now see, next, ashariram, the embodiment free self. That is the Swarupa. The contrast is the view and the Swarupa. The contrast is not between the right view and the wrong view. There is contrast between the right view and the wrong view. That is different. Here the Shuddhi is showing what is the Swarupa and what is the view. And there is a contrast. I am Deha is the view, that I am the body is the view, and that the Atma is not the body. Ashariratvam is its Swarupa. Ashariram, the Atma that is free from Sharira. Free from Sharira means that which is not the Sharira. The drashta which is not the Sharira, that is called Asharira. Tam Ashariram Atmanam Ashariram. Baba indeed. संतम जो है, जो अशरीर आत्मा है, उसको न प्रिया प्रिय स्पृशतः, न सुख दुखे स्पृशतः. प्रिया प्रिये सुख दुखे, the pleasure and pain, न स्पृशतः, they don't touch. Sukha dukha do not touch, do not qualify the Swarupa. Priya Priya affect the one who is embodied. And embodied means there is no other kind of embodiment. Embodiment is not an event. Embodiment is only a view, the anadi view that I am Deha. And within that view, the Priya and Apriya affect. The Sukha Dukkha are felt within this Ashariratvam, whereas the Asharira Atma is not touched by Priya. See where he is leading us to. Just you have to follow step by step. All the Sukha Dukkhas are the results of Dharma and Adharma. And Shruti also says, as long as and all jivas are under the spell of avidya, kama, karma, and therefore the one who is embodied is indeed within the realm of avidya, kama, karma, and therefore within that realm alone he goes through sukha, dukkha, and the one who is free from the Sashariratvam, the one who is Ashariraha, and that is not really affected, that is not qualified by Sukha and Dukkha, and that Ashariram. Now what is that Ashariram? That is the Swarupa. That is the Swarupa. Swarupa is not affected by, Swarupa is not qualified by Sukha Dukkha. That is also brought in. In Sashariratvam there is Sukha Dukkha. In Ashariratvam there is no Sukha Dukkha. So, Priya Priyaspara Ashariram Vavasantam Na Priya Priye Sprishataha iti, in this manner, Priya Priya Sparshana Pratishedhat. The Shruti negates, the Shruti shows that there is no Priya Priya Sparsha in the Swarupa. Pratishedhat Chodana Lakshana Dharma Karyatvam. That it is indeed Dharma Karyam. That it is indeed Dharma Karyam. Chodana Lakshana Dharma Karyatvam. That it is the result of Dharma. Mokshakhyasya. The moksha. Asharirattvasya. Freedom from embodiment. Otherwise called moksha. Freedom from embodiment. Ashariratvam. Moksha. If it is not qualified by Priya and Apriya, then it is not the result of Dharma, because the result of Dharma has to be either Sukham or Dukkham. But in the Ashariratvam there is no, it is not qualified by Sukha and Dukkha. Therefore Ashariratvam, otherwise called Moksha. Ashariratvam, otherwise called moksha, that is free from sukha and dukkha, because Shruti says Asharirattvasya, Asharirasya na priya priye, Ashariram santam na priya priye sprishataha. The Priya and Apriya do not touch the embodiment-free soul, and that embodiment-free soul itself is called moksha. Therefore, moksha, the Swarupam, which is free from sukha dukkha, cannot be the result of dharma, because if it is the result of dharma, it has to be sukha rupam, it has to be dukkha rupam. It has to be both sukham and dukkham. Mokshākhyasya asharirattvasya pratishidhyate is negated. What is negated? That it is dharma karya. Shruti clinches the point. Shruti establishes the point that the moksha is not dharma karyam, because moksha is called ashariratvam. Freedom from embodiment is called moksha. Now let us take it this. Freedom from embodiment is called moksha. Freedom from embodiment is called moksha. And that freedom from embodiment is called moksha, in which there is no priya, sukha and dukkha. Because all sukhas and dukkhas are felt only in embodiment. And Atma is, by nature it is not embodied. Therefore, in the embodiment-free state, there is no sukha, there is no dukkha, and therefore that itself is called moksha. Ashariratvam itself is called moksha, and that ashariratvam is not qualified by sukha dukkha, and therefore the ashariratvam, otherwise called moksha, you have to combine these two words. Ashariratvam, otherwise called moksha. Ashariratvam. Because moksha is not going to another realm as an individual. That would be what? Sashariratvam. Going to heaven as an individual would be Sashariratvam. Therefore, what is moksha? Ashariratvam. Ashariratvam, otherwise called moksha, which is not qualified by priya and apriya. If it is not qualified by priya and apriya, then definitely it is not the result of dharma. Therefore, moksha is not dharma karyam. Therefore, that it is dharma karyam pratishidhyate is negated by Shruti. Dharma karyatvam pratishidhyate. That it is the result of dharma. Mokshakyasya asharirattvasya dharma karyatvam pratishidhyate iti gamyate. Thus it is very clear. The Shruti itself establishes that the moksha is not the result of dharma. Yeah. Alright, if moksha is not the result of dharma, then how can you say that moksha is the result of the highest dharma? If moksha is not the result of dharma at all, as per the Mimamsaka, what is his paksha? Just as a karma creates a result, so the graded karma creates the graded result. The highest karma creates the highest result, which is called moksha. Therefore, moksha also has to be accepted as karma phalam, as per the Purva-paksha. But here, the moksha is explained away as something that is not the result of karma phalam. It's not a dharma phalam. Okay, now the Purva-paksha says, Pratishidhyate dharma karyatvehi priyasparshana pratishedaha na upapadyate. Dharma karyatvehi, if ashariratvam also were the result of dharma, if moksha were the result of dharma, dharma karyatvehi, if it were dharma karya, if moksha were dharma karya, if ashariratvam were, moksha were dharma karya, then priya sparshana pratishedaha na upapadyate. Shruti making a mention that it is free from pleasure and pain would be untenable. Shruti's mention that the moksha is free from pleasure and pain would be untenable, because if it is dharma karyam, it has to be in the form of pleasure and pain. If it is phala rupam, it has to be in the form of priya and apriya. Therefore, if moksha, otherwise called ashariratvam, if it were dharma karya, if it were the result of dharma, then Shruti would not have said that it is free from pleasure and pain. But the Shruti itself makes it clear that in asharira atma there is no sukha and dukkha. And therefore ashariratvam is not the result of dharma karya. Ashariratvam is not the result of dharma. And therefore death is not ashariratvam. Death is also not ashariratvam. Because whatever one feels when a person is alive, you see, he says, I am deha. This is called sashariratvam. When he leaves the body, he doesn't leave the view. That is not corrected. It may have laya. The view that I am the body may have laya, but it doesn't have correction. It doesn't have correction. From anubhava drishti, laya. Otherwise, even the laya is within avidya. From anubhava drishti, even view has laya. From the jagrat drishti, laya is avidya. Swarupa drishtya, view has laya. Jagrat drishtya, the very laya is, the thinking that it has laya itself is avidya. Therefore, a view may get suspended, but it has to come back until it is corrected. A view may become quietened. You may quieten, you may get suspended. A view may become suspended. Like a man when he goes to sleep, his view that I am the body may become unmanifest, all right. It is not become corrected, and until it is corrected, it has to be taken as sa-shariratvam from Jagrat Drishti. Therefore, the Shruti would not have said that it is free from priya-priya. Dharma karyatve priya-priya sparshana pratishedo na upadyate asharirattvameva dharma karyamidi chet na tasya svabhavikatvat. Now Purvapakshi says, sir, why can't we say that ashariratvam, freedom from embodiment, is the result of dharma? This very ashariratvam called moksha can be the result of, see, what does your Shruti say? In the state of ashariratvam, there is no priya apriya. Okay. But that ashariratvam, in which there is no pleasure and pain, that ashariratvam is the result of dharma that you did during sashariratvam. When you are alive, when you have the body, during sashariratvam, whatever karma you have done, if you have done some Brahma Upasana, then the result of that Brahma Upasana, the result of that Brahma Upasana is ashariratvam. Therefore, ashariratvam itself can be looked upon as the result of dharma. Asharirattvasya eva dharma karyatvam iti chenna. It is not so. Ashariram, asharirattvameva dharma karyam iti chenna. Why? Tasya svabhavikatva. This is the point that we are led to understand. This entire discussion, right, the one page is for what? To lead to that point. Freedom from pleasure and pain is Swabhavikam, is Swarupa. Therefore, it is not the result of any dharma or adharma. And therefore, it doesn't have to be brought about. Therefore, it is a matter for only recognition. And recognizing what is there, well, is an end in itself. It doesn't have to be followed by any anusthana. Therefore, Vedanta doesn't get connected to Karma Kanda. Because just as Karma Jnanam, well, has to be followed by Karma Anushtanam in that manner, well, Brahma Jnanam need not be followed by Brahma Anushtanam, nor is it possible. That's why here he says, Satasya Swabhavikattvatu. Even when there is embodiment, Ashariratvam of Atma is the fact, is Anubhava Siddha fact. Sashariratvam is the view. Ashariratvam right there is the Anubhava. That I am aware is the Ashariratvam. That I am Deha is the view, otherwise what? Sashariratvam. Where there is Sashariratvam, right there is Asharira. Ashariratvam is Anubhava Siddham. Sashariratvam is a view. Ashariratvam, Sashariratvam are not like Dvandvas. Ashariratvam comes and replaces Sashariratvam, and Sashariratvam comes and replaces Ashariratvam. We always think in terms of Dvandvas, and it doesn't work in Vedanta. Please understand. We have to separate Karya Karana Bhava, Dvandvas, and the Satya Mithya Bhava, Mithya Jnana Bhava. Satya Mithya Jnana Bhava. Between Atma and the rest, the relation is one of Satyam and Mithya Jnanam. Mithya, there is no Mithya thing, there is only Mithya Jnanam. False things don't exist. There is only false knowledge about a thing. There is Mithya Jnanam. Samyak qualifies Jnanam. Asamyak, Viparita, Mithya. These words qualify. Jnanam. Erroneous thing nahi hai. Erroneous knowledge. Distorted thing nahi hai. Distorted knowledge of a thing. Whatever. Therefore, Mithya should mean what? Mithya Jnana. So that it is Sarpa, the snake is not a false snake. The snake is a false knowledge about the rope. What is snake? False knowledge. False means erroneous knowledge about the rope. If you say that it is a false snake, then we create gradation in reality. So the snake has got subjective reality, rope has got universal reality, and Brahman has absolute reality. Pratibhasika Satyam, Vyavaharika Satyam, and Paramarthika Satyam. We create gradation in reality. But really there is no gradation in reality. What we call Vyavaharika Satyam, what we call the universe, it is called Vyavaharika Satyam because Satyamiti vyavakriyate. It is looked upon as real. That is why it is called Vyavaharika Satyam. What is looked upon as real is called Vyavaharika Satyam. What is real? Paramarthika Satyam. And Vyavaharika Satyam is a view, is a perception about Paramarthika Satyam. Supposing Vyavaharika Satyam, which is less than absolute reality, is something different. Paramarthika Satyam is different. Then it would become another absolute reality. How can it be Paramarthika Satyam? Therefore, Vyavaharika Satyam is a view, is a perception about the Paramarthika Satyam. Similarly, Pratibhasika Satyam also is a view. That means there are no false things. There is only Mithya Jnanam, looking like thing. Like in dream. The entire dream prapancha is a perception, looking like things. Thus, between, we have Dvandvas, we have Karigana law, etc. But between Ashariratvam and Sashariratvam, the relation is Satyam and Mithya. And that is why it is Swarupam. And with the Ashariratvam is only Mithya Jnanam. That is pointed out here. Just another few minutes. See, Tasya Swabhavikatva. Ashariram Sharireshu Anavastheshu Avastitam Mahantam Vibhumatmanam Atvadhiro Nashojati Aprano Hyamana Shubraham Asango Hyayam Purushaham Ityadi Shutibhyaham. From all these Shrutis, what is clear is, see, Ashariram, freedom from embodiment, the unembodied self, where Sharireshu, even when he is in the body, in every body, the Atma is unembodied. Sharireshu, in all the bodies, the Atma that is seen as the body, in every body, the Atma is what is this? In all the bodies, Atma is free from body. They say right in the context of Dehoham, the actuality is that it is free from embodiment. That is how it should be taken. Right in the context of Dehoham, the Avidya, the Swarupa is free from. Therefore, what is Shruti talking? It is contrasting the view with Swarupa. The view is Sharira, Sasharira. The Swarupa is Asharira. Ashariram, Sharireshu. The one who is free from the body, right in the body. Okay? Anavasteshu avastitam. In the one that is there, the eternal, right in the non-eternal. The eternal is there right in the non-eternal. In the very view that I am non-eternal, in the very view that I am non-eternal is the eternal. In the very view that I am non-eternal. Let us forget about the non-eternity of things. What grips man is that I am non-eternal. In the non-eternity also there is no differentiation. Objects are non-eternal, everything is non-eternal. I am also non-eternal. Right in that view that I am non-eternal is the eternal. Because the one, the drashta that is there, which is the one, the drashta that is taken to be, the drashta who is taken to be non-eternal is in fact eternal. What is the contrast? The view and the Swarupa. It is not when something is present in something. Eternal is there in the non-eternal. The unembodied is there in all the bodies. It doesn't convey anything. You can only talk about what is the view and what is the Swarupa. And anything else, if you don't contrast these two, there is no Pratipadana. There is no unfoldment. Did you follow this? You leave this topic of this is the view and this is the fact. This is the view and this is the Anubhava. This is the view, this is the Swarupa. You don't contrast these two things and everything else becomes what? Just big talk. It becomes a simple talk. It doesn't convey. It can never make you think. And thinking is valid only when there is a contrast between view and Swarupa. Otherwise, why should I think? Why should I reflect? Reflect for what? Alright, the Asharira, the unembodied is there in all bodies, so what? The unembodied is there in all the bodies, then what should I do? What should I do? The free is there in all the bodies, then what should I do for my freedom? I say, in your view that you are bound, right in that view is the free. Meaning, in fact, despite your view that you are non-eternal, in fact you are eternal. And your eternity is Anubhava. Your non-eternity is a pratiti. And there is a contrast between pratiti and Anubhava. Then alone it touches man's thinking. That means there is a difference between what I think I am and what I am. Then vichara has validity. If there is no contrast between view and Swarupa, if there is no contrast between view and Anubhava, then vichara for what? Then again karma becomes valid. Understand? These are all points in a life. We will continue later. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnavadaya Purnameva Madhishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om, Hari Om. We have to wait here today. There is no Anupa Sharma. No more. Last week she was suffering, left the body. They are going to have some Kriya Karma on the 11th day. Chinmaya Mission Hall. So she has been a student for a long time, ages. So I am going there. Some Gita recitation, formalities are. So I will wait here. You can all go. Those who want to. You can all go home, and those who want to go there can plan it that way. And I am not going home. Just going home and coming back just another 1 hour. जाना आने में पूरा टाइम लग जाएगा. No point. आज यहीं पर कैंप लगाएंगे. हरि ओम नारायण.